everyone, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Friends, and today I'm bringing you a Fire King's deck profile. Yesterday was the bulk binder video. We said we'd show you guys a deck profile, and here we are. Today we're reviewing my Fire Kings, which is just the deck I just created. I mean, it was Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, but we didn't have enough cards for it, so we had to remodel it and make it into a different deck. So first off, the cards that we run in here are 3 Balrogs, three Fire King Arvada Balrogs. Basically, his effect is target one face-up monster you control. If one face-up monster you control is destroyed by a card effect except during damage, you can just special summon this card from your hand. And during your next standby phase after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can add a Fire King to hand. So basically, Balrog is good for like if your opponent like uses a card effect on him while he's like face up on the field, you just get another Fire King Beast Warrior type from your deck to hand. Basically, it's just adding more cards. And next I run two Fire King Arvada Yakasha. Basically, he works the same but only different. You just special summon him from the hand. If a monster you control, if a Fire King you destroy is destroyed by a card effect, and if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, destroy another card instead. So he's useful for like saving one of your monsters. These next two cards are 2 Solar Flare Dragons. Yeah, Solar Flare Dragons. And basically, if I control 2 of these, or another Pyro type monster, they can't be targeted for attacks. And upon the end phase of each turn, they inflict 500 points of damage. So basically, this is a chain. I have these 2 in for a quick chain effect. So that's just 1,000 points of damage your opponents will take in. This is basically just a burn deck. Just burn through your opponent's life points real quickly. And next, I run 1 Mass Dragon. He's basically if this card is destroyed by battle and sends a graveyard, you just special summon 1 Dragon type, and that is why I run Flamewell Guard for like synchros, you know. But we'll get into the extra deck afterwards. And I also run him, and I run 2 Fencing Fire Ferrets, and their effects are if either player destroys them, you can just target 1 monster that they control and blow them up and inflict 500 points of damage. Yeah. I mean, you can just have like a monster that's like higher, like a 3,000 point monster, just run at them. It gets popped. Then you get the effect in the graveyard and you just target that monster and pop it instead. I run 1 Prominence Hand. Basically, if you just control an Ice Hand or a Fire Hand, you can just special summon him from the deck. Here are the 3 cards right here. I'll just line them up so y'all can see. Let me fix that. Alright. Got Ice Hand, Prominence Hand, and Fire Hand. They all work the same, but they're basically just a triple chain effect. Yeah. Because if Fire Hand is special summoned, you can just special summon Ice Hand from the deck. And if Ice Hand is special summoned the turn, if it was destroyed by battle or card effect, you can get Fire Hand. So basically, it's just a vice versa effect. And Prominence Hand if you control Fire, Ice, or Magic Hand. Well, Magic Hand I don't have for this deck because it's just a different meta deck. Anyway, next card we run is Fire King Aravada, the King of Fire Kings, Avatar Aravada. And his effect is whenever a monster, it's a quick effect whenever a monster effect is activated while he's on the field, it's negated and that target is destroyed. And just destroy another fire monster you have in your hand or on the field. And if this card is destroyed, you just target a Beast Warrior type from your graveyard, except for this card, and its effects are negated until the end of the turn. Basically, he just brings reinforcements like the Marauding Captain, but the captain doesn't really work for this deck. Next card I run is Barrier Statue of Inferno. Basically, he's just a lockout card. No other monsters except for fire monsters can be special summoned. Yeah. Flame Ruler. He counts as 2 tributes to summon a fire monster. The tribute summon, yeah. Evocator Chevalier. Just have him in here for flair. For like whenever you want to go for a quick attack on your opponent. And Soaring Eagle from Above. He's just a tuner I have in this deck if he sent. But I don't have any Lavels in this deck until I get some. Magician of Faith for getting back spell cards. And now we're going to get onto the more stronger monsters. Like Thelos the Firestorm Monarch. Basically, he's one of the big burn cards when he's tribute summoned successfully. Randomly discard a card in your opponent's hand. If the discarded card was a monster card, you can inflict 800 damage equal to the level and attack point times 100. So that's one of the big burns. And we have Legendary Flame Lord. He has to be ritual summoned with the card Indecent Ordeal. Yeah, this is also ritual deck as well. Hold on, let me get that off there. This is a ritual deck. Yeah, he works well for the deck. Each time a spell card is activated. Wait. Hold on. Monsters, okay. Oh, each time your opponent activates a spell card, it gains a counter. The max counter is about 7. Infernal Flame Emperor. Whenever he cannot be special summoned. You'll have to tribute him by removing 5 monster cards from your graveyard, and then destroy a number of spells and traps on the field. Basically, he's good for nuking the entire field upon his arrival, but you'll have to sacrifice 5 monsters from your graveyard to do him. Phoenix Gearfried. He's a Gemini, treated as a normal monster. Your opponent activates a spell, select a Gemini monster from your graveyard. That's basically why I run Evocator Chevalier, because he's a Gemini. That's another chain effect the deck has. Coach Captain Bear Hug. You can normal summon him without tributing, like Beast King Barbaros. But sadly, his attack is 13 until the end of the turn. And he basically just increased the level of all Beast Warrior type, level 4 Beast Warrior types, and make him level 8 until the end phase of the turn. But he can't be used as Xyz material, which sucks. And next, we're going to get into the spell cards that I run for the deck. I run Fire King's Island. What this does is, if this card is in the field zone and sent to the graveyard, destroy all monsters you control, and use one of the following effects if this is during your main phase 1, destroy 1 monster in your hand, and add 1 Fire King to hand. If you control no monsters, just special summon a Winged Beast type from your hand, which is why I run Soaring Eagle from Above. Soaring Eagle, yeah. This deck is gonna run on a lot of field spells, and speaking of which is another one. Molten Destruction. Basically, it increases all fire monsters' attack, but they lose by 500, but they will lose 400. Okay. Next, I run 3 Tremendous Fires. Basically, what these are, they're just burn cards. You can inflict 500 to 1,000 to your opponent, but you'll have to inflict 500 to yourself as well. So you'll just sacrifice your own life points just to get to your opponents. I mean, you'll both burn either way it goes. Okay. Salamandra, just equipped to a fire monster and it gains 700. Boost card. Uzaki, it just inflicts 800 points of damage to your opponent's life. Another burn card. Let's see. Okay. Put that on the bottom. The extra deck. And Poison of the Old Man. Basically, you just refill your life points or inflict damage to your opponent, which is just a good heal burn card. Black Pendant. If the equipped monster is destroyed, inflict 500. So this is a really powerful burn deck if you know how to use it. Next, we run 2 Mystical Space Typhoons for just popping your opponent's back row. Yep, Monster Reborn. Since we can only run 1, it's limited. And for Excuse me. Last for the spell cards, we have Incandescent Ordeal, Ritual Summon Flame Lord, Legendary Flame Lord. These basically that's what that does. Okay, and that is it for the spell and monsters. We will now get into the traps. I run one Dark Bribe, well, two Dark Bribes actually right here. Basically just stopping your opponent from activating any spells or traps, except for counter traps because they can't be chained. Mirror Force, just blow up all your opponent's monsters. Ring of Destruction, basically another burn card, just burn yourself and both your opponents. Wabaku, no damage is inflicted to you the turn, and it's chainable in the graveyard. And none of your monsters are destroyed. Negate attack just for stopping attacks. Next we have just desserts. I only run one, but this is the big burn card right here. Like, say if your opponent had like a bunch of cards on the field that they control, inflict 500 to inflict 500 for each card they control, which is just pretty OP. And backfire. When a fire monster on your field is destroyed and sits its graveyard, inflict 500 points of direct damage to your opponent. And that does it for the spells and traps and monsters. We will now get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, I don't really run many cards, but some of the most useful cards. Alright, first off, we have Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King. Yes, he's a Brotherhood card, but he works pretty well. You see, he just takes 4 random Beast Warriors, and when he's Exceed Summon, he can just set one Fire Formation Yoko Fire Formation card, right from the deck to the field. So just set a spell card from the field. Next, I run X-Saber Wayne in the deck. His effect works just like the Marauding Captain, but you'll need a level 4 or lower warrior type in the hand, though, not from the deck. Dark Striker Fighter. Burn, distribute one monster on your field and inflict 800 points. Inflict damage to your opponent equal 200 times the level. Well, it's level times 200. And last but not least, I run Diamond Direwolf. Basically, you just detach one Exceeds material from the card, target one beast warrior, or winged beast you control, and one other card on the field, and destroy them. Basically, what this is a kamikaze strategy, or I'll show you in the next combo video that we make. Basically, Diamond Direwolf, you can just detach an Exceeds material and blow up another card along with him, like on your opponent's field, or on their field that they control. Like, just detach one Exceeds material and pop one monster. The effect does not go for targeting monsters, like certain monsters that like negate monster effects and traps and all. But yeah, his effect is pretty useful though. That's why I run him. Anyway, we'll have a combo video out for like this deck in like the next video or so. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you think we should do next. And we hope you guys enjoy this. We'll see you later.